Welcome in to Weather Wednesday here at New England Storm Center. So, the quiet but cold weather from this week will be coming to an end on Thursday and Friday. The cold weather will be ending on Thursday as seasonable temperatures return amid a more southerly flow, and the quiet weather will be ending as a cold front drops through New England on Friday. That front will bring some rain and snow showers to the region Friday afternoon through Saturday morning. This will be a light precipitation event with rain adding up to maybe a quarter of an inch in places. Rain will be most likely Friday night through Saturday morning in southern and central New England. Some light snow showers may fall in northern New England, but the key word here is light. Majority of the precipitation from this initial batch will be in southern and central New England. So, where it is cold enough in northern New England, the precipitation will be very light. It'll be light everywhere mostly, but again, with a quarter of an inch adding up at most. But in northern New England, it will be very light. Now, after the frontal system, this is where things take a turn from our initial weekend forecast in our New England Weather This Week article that we publish every Monday on neweenglandstormcenter.com. In that article, we wrote that the frontal system coming through Friday night into Saturday morning, is looking to clear out in time for the weekend with high pressure and seasonable temperatures dominating. Well, here on Wednesday morning, as I record this, models have taken a bit of a turn, although not too surprising. Now, that high pressure that was set to dominate this weekend is looking to set up a bit further north. And at that same time, the cold front has trended towards stalling near or south of New England instead of clearing right through the region. Whenever you have a stalled frontal boundary around New England, it will always lead to a lot of clouds and continuous shower chances as long as that boundary is there. And that does look to be the case over the weekend and into early next week as multiple disturbances ride along this stalled cold front. This doesn't mean the weekend will be washed out, not at all, at this time. And again, and usually when you have these stalled frontal boundaries, there usually will be more dry times than wet times. And it does look like there will be plenty more dry hours than wet hours throughout this weekend. Just a lot of clouds and scattered showers and generally unsettled weather for again both Saturday and Sunday. With it looks like Sunday afternoon will be a bit more widespread than Saturday. Saturday is kind of looking like it will be more northern New England, and then Sunday will be all of New England. But again, with the timing change from just yesterday to today, it's very difficult to pinpoint when exactly to expect the most shower activity. With the frontal boundary to our south, the systems will get funneled to our south, but we will remain under cyclonic flow, which will allow the showers to come northward. Again, there will be drier breaks between the systems that get funneled through, but again, it's hard to pinpoint exactly when those drier times will be. It will just be generally unsettled and mostly cloudy through the weekend, although temperatures will are still looking to be around seasonable levels. And some of these showers will likely fall in the form of snow showers in northern New England, the higher elevations of northern New England. But again, just like the rain showers, the snow showers will be light. Again, there's really no big time rain events or steady rain events. Again, just showers with minimal accumulation of both rain and snow. A more organized system is looking to enter the picture in the Monday to Tuesday time frame. This coastal storm is being shown generally passing offshore, but we'll need to keep watching the trends, especially with the guidance shift on this weekend. For this storm, we will likely need to watch a rain snow line, but there's plenty of time to work this one out, still being several days out. The Climate Prediction Center's 8 to 14 day hazard outlook has New England under a slight chance for winds. So the gusty days look to generally continue, especially with the unsettled, stormier weather for early next week as we watch that storm. And, that's not surprising given the time of year. November into December is typically the windiest time of year for New England. The outlook also has interior northern New England under a slight risk for heavy snowfall, indicating the potential for unsettled weather. And again, that potential coastal storm into next week. These are slight risks. Again, this is the 8 to 14 day outlook. So this is officially December 6th to the 12th. So, anything in that time frame will be very generalized, but just throw that out there. I don't think I've ever brought up the 8 to 14 day hazard outlooks. We look at their temperature outlook 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day precipitation outlooks, but don't usually bring up the hazard outlooks. It is still officially their 8 to 14 day hazard outlooks are still officially labeled as experimental. It's an experimental tool, so I haven't brought that up much, but I think this is the first time I've brought up the 8 to 14 day hazard outlooks, but there you go. There's a tool that maybe we'll start using more often as we look at more medium range forecasting. But anyway, all that is what the weather is looking like coming up. So we will stay on top of that for you and continue watching these trends. So we did talk about the benchmark, the 4070 benchmark at newenglandstormcenter.com earlier this week, yesterday, as a matter of fact. So that benchmark is very important when it comes to the weather over the next several months for New England, these wintertime nor'easters. So I'll go over the benchmark here. So basically, the benchmark is a point in the ocean. It's at 40 degrees north, 70 degrees west is its coordinates. This is about 80 miles south of Nantucket. This point is critical in determining what impacts a nor'easter will have on New England. If the track of a nor'easter goes between the benchmark and Cape Cod, or west of the benchmark, if it tracks inland over New England, a lot of New England will see rain and mixing. That's a kind of a messy mix kind of storms, with potentially heavier snow up in the interior into the mountains of northern New England. This happens as warmer air is drawn in from the ocean when it takes these more interior tracks. If a storm tracks east of the benchmark, or further offshore of New England, then that holds the heaviest precipitation away from New England, and might get into some snow showers. That would generally be a colder storm, so some snow showers and rain showers, but it would be on the lighter side. It would be more of a glancing blow from the storm. But if a storm tracks directly over the benchmark or very close to the benchmark, that is a prime position for New England to receive a bigger snowstorm. A lot of New England's blizzards have taken this track very close to the benchmark. When a storm tracks right over this benchmark, this is the perfect position to not be too close to New England to draw that warm air in. So that helps keep most of New England as snow. Cape Cod, the islands, maybe Rhode Island will still be more mild with this track. And, a lot of times we see that those areas get less snow as the more mild ocean air affects them more and they get more rain. And of course, this track over the benchmark, it doesn't keep the storm too far away for the storm to miss. So that the benchmark is that sweet spot between not being too close to bring warm air into the region, but being close enough that the heaviest bands of precipitation get into the region. So that's going to do it for this edition of the Weather Wednesday podcast here at New England Storm Center. So, as always, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and you'll hear from me again next Wednesday.